Trump's former lawyer is still churning out the same lies. You know, rigged election, widespread voter fraud, Trump really won, Biden, big fraud. You get the gist. And they're still turning it on. And apparently they're turning it on literally just 3 days ago. 7-8 months after the election, still pushing out this conspiracy theory. This conspiracy theory, which got people killed at the Capitol. Let's listen to it.
Let me ask you a basic question. Do facts matter?
Yes, they do. I hope we get to them one of these days as to what really happened in our election and all the people who are responsible for it.
Sidney Powell, a former federal prosecutor, is one of the lawyers who made allegations of voter fraud in 2020 election in support of then President Donald Trump. By the way, if she's all about the business and the facts and what's true, then, I mean, look, I got some good news for her. She can celebrate. U.S. President. Well, there you go. Happy to be of help.
How did you come to be involved in the election effort post the election?
I wish I knew. It was like this huge tsunami hit us. I was in the area at the time. I had worked with Mr. Giuliani for a few days before on another matter. And the next thing I know, I'm smack in the middle of it. And people are pouring in with offers of help and wanting to investigate, wanting to give us affidavits, wanting to tell what they saw happen in their specific areas. And lawyers all over the country came to the rescue in local areas and in Washington.
Did you already have a relationship with President Trump?
Yes, I did have a relationship with President Trump. I knew Rudy Giuliani. I knew essentially everybody that was in the middle of all of it.
What was your relationship with Trump? Did he trust you?
I believe he did trust me.
Based on what?
I don't really know how to describe that other than conversations that we had that for obvious reasons I can't discuss.
And had you been much in the Oval Office?
Yes, I'd been there a number of times.
So the election is technically over. You're in the Oval Office with the president. What did that feel like? What was the atmosphere at that time?
I would say it was one of great concern because most of us there knew something very wrong had happened. It was obvious to me from the mathematical and statistical impossibilities that occurred.
The mathematical and statistical impossibilities, like Trump losing.
The night of our election, I already had some knowledge of the ability of voting machines to be tampered with.
Sidney Powell accused the election technology companies, Dominion voting system, and Smartmatic of rigging the election. Okay, this is a long disproven conspiracy theory. Most of these people have actually dropped the Dominion shit because the Dominion shit is bogus. It has nothing backing it up. Dominion also is now suing all these people for like slander, and they're going to court. And so they're also scared because like they'd obviously lose a slander suit.
All right, let's get a few simple facts straight. In how many states were Smartmatic machines and software used in the 2020 election?
I don't even know the exact numbers.
After all your involvement?
Well, the focus was on the 6 key swing states, the places where voting had stopped being counted the night of the election.
But you were making some big statements, very dramatic, critical statements about Smartmatic. You must have known what their involvement was in the election.
Well, I know that Smartmatic and Dominion were essentially inextricably intertwined and had done business together for a long time.
Let's leave the history. Just in terms of the 2020 election, what was Smartmatic's involvement?
Oh, you'd have to go look at our complaint with respect to the 4 states that we filed legal complaints in to get the details of that.
A Google search.
She not even understand like her own conspiracy theory? I think there's a good chance she doesn't know anything about this nonsense, and she just had some people file some nonsense, just file something so people think she's fighting for Trump, and then she said, "Yeah, brother, it was stolen."
Would tell you, let alone anything that Smartmatic themselves have said subsequently, that they were involved in one single county in LA. Are you saying you're not aware of that?
Well, I'm saying I think their involvement's probably a lot bigger than that.
But their machines were used in one county. You're aware of that?
Well, their machines might have been used one place, but their software could very well have been used other places.
You claimed on Fox that Smartmatic shifted votes from Trump to Biden in multiple battleground states. That was your argument, wasn't it?
That there was an algorithm run in the machines via the software that shaved votes from Trump and gave those to Biden.
What actual research or fact-checking did you do at the time to find out what Smartmatic's actual involvement in the election was?
Do you work for Smartmatic?
You've made an allegation against Smartmatic that they stole a presidential election. I think it's incumbent on both of us to know what Smartmatic's involvement was. It seems like a pretty foundational fact.
I mean, I'm confused right now about why you're here.
Because you made a series of very strong allegations
The
against
dodge. She has no clue. She has nothing in her back pocket. So now she's just got to. Are you a shill for big Smartmatic? Are you a shill? Are you a shill? Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? To interview you. What do you mean?
Smartmatic. And
it's like when you see people on Dr. Phil and they're like, "Man, why are you talking to me?" Well, I don't know. You came on my show. Like,
against Dominion, containing many errors of fact. Do you accept the fact now that the company that you accused of stealing a national election only operated in one county in LA in California? One county, one state.
No.
Well. Did they steal California from Trump? Was it going Trump 2020? Choo-choo? Who knows?
No, I'm not prepared to accept that fact. I think Smartmatic's involvement was far more significant than that. Do I think they're trying to minimize their involvement? Of course I do.
You said that Smartmatic owns Dominion. How do you justify such a basic factual error?
I'm going to stop this interview. It's wholly inappropriate in the litigation that we're in.
But we're not even in the area of great dispute. These are the simple facts of who owns what.
No, we're done.
Oh! What?
I'm sorry.
These are facts.
When we are in litigation against me personally,
I understand that, but we're
billions.
Yes, I understand that these are very serious allegations.
Thank you very much.
But these are also very basic facts that
She is so fucked. Why is she walking off? She just said, "You said this. How dare you?" She didn't even she just repeated her own statements back to her. She didn't even push that hard. That was the calmest interview I've ever seen. Guess that's what you call grilling on the Barbie. Damn.
we're dealing
Turn the
with.
camera off. We're done.
Sidney Powell eventually returned to the interview. Oh, shit. She has a dog. she has a dog. She brought a dog. She's like, "You asked me one of those fucking questions again, I'm gonna sick her on you." Fucking, this is my defense lawyer. Jesus Christ.
I'm highly skeptical of how long this is going to last.
Okay. I appreciate you coming back.
You thought a pizza was the bait tactic. True.
Yeah, well, I'm volunteering my time here, and I didn't come here to be accused of anything.
Look, when I sign up for interviews, I want interviews where they tell me I'm pretty, okay? I don't need interviews where they ask me about the time I was, working for the president.
Rudy Giuliani has had his license suspended and is likely to lose his law license because of the way he misrepresented facts in the cases he was involved in. Do you anticipate that you will meet the same end?
She's no, dude. Oh God. Oh, she's gonna freak. I can feel it. She's gonna walk off again.
Heavens no. And Rudy Giuliani shouldn't have met that end either.
Despite the fact
The
that
standard that they held him to there is absolutely preposterous.
Rudy Giuliani misrepresented the facts and lied about a whole series of details related to the 2020 election. That's why he's lost his license.
I
because he
disagree
lied.
completely. Lawyers get things wrong. Lawyers.
Okay. Saw a comment in chat earlier, and you want to know what's crazy, man? She is aware this is like an interview and not a game of dodgeball, right? She's supposed to actually take the questions and respond to them.
Occasionally misrepresent things. The only thing I know that Rudy misstated was something about whether a fraud case had been filed or not.
Response.
We had filed fraud
No,
cases.
he claimed,
hadn't.
amongst many other things, that people who were dead had voted. They hadn't. He misrepresented the numbers of people who had voted in Michigan. He claimed that people were on the roll who were dead. All of those people turned out to be legitimate votes. It's a very
I don't
long
know.
list.
They've been cleaning off voter rolls right and left. They've taken 10.
Oh, right and left. Thank you for sourcing that claim. 1 second. To the right. To the left. Thank you for sourcing that claim. I could obviously see the voter rolls.
Tens of thousands of people off voter rolls after the election, people who shouldn't have voted.
I love it when you ask somebody a question like, do you have a source for that claim? It happens all the time. Do you have any sources? Literally anywhere. It's like, oh, okay, got it. You're not going to tell me.
Before the election. There's a lot of track covering going on out there in the various states because of what happened in this election, and they know they were wrong.
So, in the end, it's you and Rudy Giuliani against the system, isn't it?
I wouldn't. No, there are a lot more people involved than me and Rudy Giuliani.
What do you have in your case? You have a bunch of dodgy affidavits that don't add up.
Dodgy. Oh, the little placement of the word dodgy there. Oh, it's pissing her off. Oh, look at her. She is pissed.
You have a group of people with dubious credentials.
That's your
and no
characterization.
evidence.
That's all your characterization.
So far, you've provided no evidence.
You might as well be
whatever.
working for Dominion and Smartmatic.
I'm just waiting for you to provide.
You're a shill for big Dominion. A shill for big Smartmatic.
The evidence.
Yeah, well, you'll see it in court.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God. Dubious. I mean, these were like basic questions, man. She just completely collapsed. She just like combusted immediately. These were basic questions, and you had no responses to them. It's like if I was told that I had to defend a position I knew nothing about, I would probably put up a performance similar to this. Like, there's a lot more information involved, and you're simplifying the case. Like, okay, but you're not... Give specifics. There was no specific.